If you've ever thought to yourself, I wonder why everything today costs so much damn money, it's all because of those CEOs sitting at the top of the food chain. All those little D-bags who like to make their millions and millions of dollars a year. And lay off employees who make 30 grand a year when they could easily just take the pay cut and keep all those people working. But instead they just take the greedy way out and not give a shit about anybody else. And it's more than just the things you buy in the store that cost more because of these special individuals who make ridiculous amounts of money. Look at the #1 highest paid CEO of 2011 according to Forbes.com. Was a health insurance company. And yet we wonder why so many people go without health insurance and so many people don't get the coverage they need. Well, this shows right here it's because of those people at the top who make ridiculous salaries just because they can. I bet if we quit paying them so much, we could actually take care of the citizens who need the help. It really doesn't take very long to see exactly where the discrepancies are in their pay. And nobody's saying that the people at the top can't make a fair amount of money. But it makes that big of an explosion in that short of a time, there's a reason the country went downhill. It's because everybody who has money took everything they could and ran. And yet we keep wondering why the economy sucks. Well, it's those who have the most money. And I'm not knocking people who work hard and earn it, but when you just keep asking for more and more money for doing the same thing, you really don't need it. This graph shows the big jumps that these CEOs seem to have that these boards keep voting for. And they do it for good reason, because they're going to get paid more too. So I don't blame them in that regard, but I do blame them in the fact that because they're making this much money, that bottom 80% of America can't afford all the goods and services that they would normally want to afford or need to afford because the cost is so high, and this is why. It's not because of labor, not because of taxes. It's because of those who have everything, and those are at the very top, want more and just keep raising the price to keep their Lamborghinis in their driveway and keep their mega million-dollar houses. It's ridiculous, it's not needed, and it's wasteful spending that we seem to do so good at in this country. It always got me when these companies publicize their layoffs and how many people they're laying off all the time. When all it takes is one person not making as much money, and all those people could have their jobs still. We talk about the automotive crisis, but yet every one of those CEOs was flying in on their private jets to ask for more money in bailouts. They're making millions and millions of dollars a year, but don't ever think about taking a pay cut just to keep their business afloat. No, instead they'll go to the taxpayers who don't really have a choice but to bail them out because their buddies are the ones in the law. It really doesn't take long or take a rocket scientist to realize exactly why capitalism sucks. It's good in the terms that it made us what we are today. An industrial revolution brought us around to the technological breakthroughs we have today. And innovative persons and people who were in charge of the industries, private industry, made the country very powerful. But they also depleted all its resources and exploited all its labor, and just to make more and more money for themselves, instead of passing it down to the people who were doing the work for them, the people who were breaking their backs to put these products out. But that's not what capitalism is about. Capitalism is about making the most money in the shortest time and spending the least. And in the end, it does nothing but hurt us. And you can see that today with the way the economy and the world has collapsed.